We're doing a lot. All right. And we are live. Welcome to paraglidingtalk.com. I'm your host, Robert Michaels. Glad you are here. Let me get my things sorted here. I'm super stoked about tonight's show. We have a very special episode tonight. This is episode number 200. Whoa! Wee! Man, that's a big show.
Do it.
200 episode. We have a very, very special guest. Millie Wallace is with us. Yeah. She
Hello.
is, we actually stole her from Point of the Mountain. And so now she's a local San Diegan. She works at Torrey Pines Glider Port. She's an instructor. And we're going to pick her brain on all kinds of flying stuff. If you're in the chat, you found the right show on Thursday night at 6 p.m. to talk about paragliding. It is the best show on the interwebs. You are at the right place. So welcome. So glad you're here. Want to just announce the moderation team tonight. Sean Nafsker is with us. Anthony Paragringo is with us. Nick Vasakis is with us. Craig Taylor is also with us. And the infamous Paramom is with us tonight for episode 200. And I'm super stoked. I want to mention a couple of sponsors real quick. Want to mention PPG Smoke. Don't forget about what's happening with PPG Smoke. There's some great new stuff coming out very, very soon. We're about 2 weeks away from finding out some new stuff. And so stay tuned to that. He's probably going to be out there at the Salton Sea fly-in. You can share what's going on with him. You want to talk to him about the future of paramotoring. He's got some electric paramotor stuff going on, but he's also got some new stuff that he wants to bring to the table. Go check out his website. It's ppgsmoke.com. Also, the show is brought to you by paramotorprops.com. If you're looking to get a great deal on props, go to paramotorprops.com. Best deals on the interwebs. Also, the show is brought to you by Para Orange Products. Larry and Chris have made all kinds of stuff for the flying community. Go check out their website at paraorangeproducts.com. Another sponsor of the show, which is a local sponsor here for the San Diego people, American Allied Drains and Plumbing. If you're interested in getting some plumbing service work or some drains redone, you can mention Paragliding Talk to these guys at American Allied Drains and Plumbing, and they will give you a 10% discount. Who knows how much that can be? Sometimes relines are like $40,000 or $50,000. You could save yourself some money. 844-777-9055. Also, want to mention Nebraska PPG. They are also a sponsor of the show, and they've been sponsoring the show for a minute. So excited about the Salton Sea flying that's coming up just a couple weeks. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight as well. So I'm super just excited. Millie, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I noticed some of the pictures. It looks like it's been flyable the last few days. You're taking tandems, you're teaching, you're doing all that. Take us to the beginning. How did you find out about paragliding? And just bring it home for us. How is it that you got into the air like a bird?
Yeah, I ended up having a friend back in my college days that his brother was Brad Ganuscio. We went over to his house and I saw a picture of him paragliding and I was like, what's that? And, that was 2001 and never really thought much about it. And then later on, quite a few years later, I had a coworker, Dave Hanning at backcountry.com, who was a paragliding tandem instructor and everything. And he started talking to me about the sport a little bit. And he calls me up. He goes, hey, if you can get here in 20 minutes, I'll take you tandem. So I rushed down to Point of the Mountain and went tandem. And still took me a couple of years after that to take lessons. But that was it. Like, we spec'd out at the bench of the north side. And it was a pretty spectacular flight. And I really wanted to get into it. But everyone was telling me, for my size of glider, it was just, there was no good extra smalls. All of them were rated really high in advance as extra small. So finally, when we had good A gliders, or I guess DHV ones for my size, then I started really looking at kind of getting into the sport. And then eventually met Steve Mayer and the Cloud9 guys out snow kiting. And that just solidified it. They said, come sign up for lessons. And next thing you know, I signed up for lessons. So there I am.
Snow kiting.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that. Is that like windsurfing, but you're using that to using the same setup, but in the snow?
Yeah, it's like I just use my snowboard and it's like kite surfing or anything like that. I just have foil kites. I'm not good at it at all. I just
Yeah.
enjoy getting cold around the snow, and half the time I have to hike back. I can't tack back and stuff, but it got me interested in that style of sports. And then that whole crew of people also paraglided, and we're all instructors. So I just kind of got to know a group of pretty cool paraglider pilots and got introduced into the sport that way.
Point of the Mountain is a like a almost a spiritual
I'm sorry
place.
to interrupt you,
Oh.
but I'm actually supposed to present this to you tonight.
Whoa!
Sorry to interrupt, but here you want
What in the world? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Hey, change it to
Hold on.
gallery view.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now. Wow.
What?
Hold on just a second. Episode 200. Here we
Hi,
go.
Aaron. Hi.
I need to put it on. I just highlighted. There we go. Remove spotlight. There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna cry now.
Wow.
Oh, you gotta
Paragliding
read this
talk.
out loud.
Yeah,
What
I'll
does
read it out
say?
loud.
Read it.
Presented to Robert Michaels in appreciation for 200 episodes of outstanding guidance, info, education, and guest speakers from all of your loyal viewers.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. That's super cool, man.
Right on, right on.
Wow, you guys are awesome, man.
Hey.
I'm crying.
Gosh.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
Here you go.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Viewers and
Thank you,
thanks
baby.
to
Thanks
thanks
for
to everybody.
thanks for having me get in on that. That was fun.
How did you do that?
I'm not gonna tell you.
And
It's a
a lot of sneaky
secret.
stuff going on today.
Uh-huh.
This giant package of shirts came, and I was like, wow, what is that? A giant package that says paragliding on it. I was like, I have no idea. I didn't order anything. Some anonymous person donated like, I don't know, 50 shirts or something like that. Paragliding Talk 200 episodes. Yeah. Wow. So Millie, back to your story. I want to hear more about how you've got to this place of you're like, I'm going to do this. And talk a little bit about the beginning days. How did you start? Like, did you go straight for the mountains? What was your plan? Oh, by the way, you're muted.
There we go. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, I ended up, signed up for lessons, and first day was with Steve Mayer at the bottom of the South Side. And, he's helping carry the gear up for me because you're hiking up the hill, and just had a super awesome day. And it just came kind of natural to me. And then did it for, another week or two. And then I did another sport at the time that I ended up dislocating my ankle in. So I had to kind of like pause paragliding lessons for like 6 months. And then I was able to get back into it once my foot was feeling all good and stuff.
What
But
happened to your foot?
I ended up just was doing something in another sport, and it popped out of a binding, and I landed on it. I'd been like
skiing?
a walking boot for like 6 months. Mountain boarding,
Oh man.
like snowboarding with wheels. So yeah, the ground hurts.
Oh yeah.
So,
Mountain
but then
boarding
once
looks
my ankle
fun.
got all good, then I was back to let's fly, let's get away from the ground.
Yeah. It seems like all of our sports, we're trying to fly in some way. We're like, we're on mountain bikes. Well, that's fun, but let's jump mountain bikes. So we're flying. It's skateboards, you're on a ramp, you're trying to. So you decide, hey, you know what? I'm gonna pursue this more. At what point did you decide that you thought there was that we needed a Millie to train people? Talk a little bit about that transition from just being a pilot to now you're going to teach.
Yeah. My fiance has been an instructor for a really long time. He kind of, as soon as I got my P2, he pretty much kind of took me over and mentored me through my whole career of the sport, which I feel very lucky to have had. I didn't have any time or any launch where I was alone. I always had someone to help guide me, which was super awesome. And so for me, I had such a supportive system that as I was in the sport more, I started seeing, people with less supportive instructors, or people not meshing well with an instructor, or instructors that were like very yelly style. and just kind of started seeing some girls kind of falling out of the sport due to just kind of not having an environment they wanted to learn in. And so my fiance, which is my boyfriend at the time, was working at Torrey Pines Glider Port, and so I'd kind of just help him out and go on the trips with the students and stuff, and just really started to enjoy helping. And then next thing I know, I just jumped into an instructor clinic and just kind of started down the road of trying to create the environment for learning that I thought that I wanted and that I saw was kind of lacking in the world.
That's awesome. And how long has your fiance been an instructor?
I think he's been instructing I think officially 12 years. Did a bunch of mentorship and things before that. So
and that was
when I was starting. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that was at Point of the Mountain, or was that at Torrey first?
Yeah, he started at Point of the Mountain, and then we moved to Torrey. He did Torrey for, I think, 2.5 years, and then we moved back to Point of the Mountain. And then we moved back to Point of the Mountains when I started my instructor courses and stuff.
Who was your main instructor that really the most influential person for you?
That would be my fiance, Billy Purdon.
Oh, Billy. Okay.
He's just taken me under his wing, and I've just mentored so many hours with him. And when I first kind of started, it was mainly Billy. Steve Mayer was my other big guy. Michelle McCullough. She was the lead weekend ladies instructor, and she's awesome. So I just had this bad, cool group of people that I just got to just soak up their knowledge from. And I just feel super lucky about that. I mean, Point of the Mountain just has world-class instructors. There's so many amazing ones. And when you go to teach there, you have to do 25 apprentice days, and you have to apprentice with all of them. So at some point, I apprenticed with everybody at Point of the Mountain and got to learn their tips and tricks and their styles. And so it was a really cool experience to learn there.
What was that, the lady's name that you worked with?
Michelle McCullough.
Michelle.
Yeah, she's been, oh man, she's been flying 22 years or something. She's one of the chicks that led a lot of ways. So she's pretty cool. She started some of the first female gatherings that kind of inspired the female gatherings that we do. So she's just really cool chick.
Mom's right now writing down her name to get her on her show.
She'd be a cool one to talk with.
Yeah. So you've got some years of experience. Talk a little bit about what you're seeing compared to the beginning days. Talk about some of your concerns. A lot of people come to watch this show because they're looking for something that's going to make them a safer pilot, something that they can take away with them, because we're not always getting instruction. We're not always running around, with an instructor with us. So a lot of people come to this show because they want to learn something that's going to make them safer pilots. By the way, Will Fly donated $5 to the super chat, said happy 200th and Resurgence PPG rocks. Yes, they do. Thank you, Will Fly. And by the way, I got your shirt, Will Fly. Also, Colin McGuire donated $50 to the super chat. He said, love your stuff, Robert. Thanks for talking with me the other day about AB wing selection. Right on, Colin. Yeah, it's great to have the stoke that you got. I appreciate your email and reaching out to me. Yeah. So
while we're on that, Robert, this is an important show. This is the 200th show.
Yep.
If any of you guys out there in the chat have learned anything valuable from Robert through the show or in person, please feel free to donate to the super chat, as that would help show not only your support, but how much he has helped this sport and helped you in this sport, like he's helped me and everyone else.
Yeah, mostly I just invite people on that help people. Yeah, thanks, Sean. I appreciate that. So when we talk about taking this sport to the next level, and we talk about the future of the sport, sometimes I get a little nervous because I'm thinking gosh, man, there's this looming fear of the FAA coming in and just stopping this type of aviation, or people are weird, man. Talk a little bit about what you're seeing, what you know from the beginning days to what you're seeing now. what are some of the common mistakes that you're seeing guys are making? And thank you, John Wayne, donated $10 to Super Chat. Can talk a little bit about the common missteps that people are making coming into the sport.
Yeah, I think compared to like when I first got in the sport, the gliders, I guess, weren't really something you wanted to go running up in rating systems without the skill set. And the gliders have such good retention to collapses now that I feel a lot of people don't build the skill set to move up to gliders that they're moving up quickly to. So I feel a lot of people just, I don't know if they're racing towards a goal or something in the sport, but I just see a lot of people jumping real quick up to gliders that, maybe they should take a few steps to get there first, sit on that glider a little longer, and people are like, well, but my friends are out gliding me, well, yeah, they've been flying longer than you, so they should be out gliding you, so I see a lot of people comparing themselves and then trying to level to a different spot than somebody else. And I feel that's just kind of gotten a little out of control, maybe with social media and stuff as it's gotten there. But, I think that's kind of one of the things I see.
That's a really good point. Yeah, we've talked quite a bit about what it takes to step up in a glider. And I'll never forget episode that we had. It was, wow, Gabe. Gabe was on the show. Gabe used to work at Torrey Pines. I'm sure you know Gabe. He said, when you're stepping up glider, he said, instead of launching, he said, fly your glider earlier in the day, dealing with that spicier air. And when you switch gliders, now step it back a notch, launch later and wait for the glass off maybe, and try to blend that balance. He said it way better, but working on, fly the glider that you have, know that thing in and out before you step up. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's a good one. What main advice do you have for the newer pilots that are coming in?
I always tell like my students is you're on your own journey. So, focus on like your own goals, your own skills, your own things that you're just good at in life. Because that's gonna, some people are really good at athletics. Someone's really good at, processing information. So everyone kind of dives towards being really good at certain aspects. And if they just focus on their own journey in paragliding, then they kind of move at a better pace than when they're trying to compare to a friend or somebody else they learned with or things like that. So I always just kind of tell people, just be on your own journey, don't have any goals that have a time frame, set goals and work towards them. Don't be like, 1 year I got to fly 100 miles. Oh, in 2 years I got to be winning comps or something, set yourself good long-term goals in this sport, because it takes a long time to build all those facets of skills of sniffing the air and feeling the moisture and knowing what that means, all the way down to then that risk assessment that you would create from those little things that you build over time.
Very well said. I did miss Slow Days. John donated $5 to the super chat. Thank you, kind sir. Slow Days is a professional photographer. I didn't know that till just recently. Amazing photographs. Thank you for that, man.
Hey, I just want to a real quick shout out to another group that I recently joined just south of the border, flying group. These guys have been flying for quite a while. They're kind enough to invite the Ugly Raptors there all the time at the beach and stuff. They do free flight and they do motor, so it's pretty cool. Nice. Fly Venture Baja. Some of the guys are instructors, so maybe they can give you some lessons or teach you to fly. If you ever go down there, let us know.
Rad. They let you into their club, huh? Gringo?
One gringo. You got to have one gringo.
Sean Wallace donated $10 to Super Chat. He said, Robert, congrats on a 200. Has Millie shared her recent news yet? Ooh, I know what that recent news is. Did you know that Millie is the US HPA Instructor of the Year?
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, there's only like 1,000 instructors.
Very
really
cool.
Awesome. That's super
Thank
cool.
you.
I know that there's going to be an article. I'm sure that there's already the photographers probably already came and interviewed you and did all that stuff.
Yeah, they had the whole shebang showed up. They had paparazzis, and I was signing headshots, and
Yeah. Following you around.
yeah,
like,
they're gonna do some stuff on the Yushpa side, so that'll come over time.
So cool. Awesome. Yeah. So talk a little bit about your training. And I'm not going to ask you to go too deep, but talk a little bit about what you're giving people for weather. Like when they're coming into the sport, you mentioned, feeling moisture, and what does moisture mean for your flying? And to me, I get a little excited when I know that there's a higher humidity level, because it's going to be smoother. And I like flying smoother air. Talk a little bit about your weather and predicting and all of those things. What are you offering your students?
Yeah, so I work off of a kind of a ground school that Michelle McColl had put together when I was teaching with her, and just kind of tweaked and changed and added to it over the time. And so we just go over all the basic stuff. We go over wind forecasting, warm fronts, cold fronts, what is the indicators for each one of those, high pressures, what does that mean? We go a little bit into QTs as they start as P2s, but we kind of do a little more of that towards the P3 time. And then, of course, what's awesome about our stuff is our teaching gazebo is like on site. So it's like as we're doing stuff, we're like, and look, there's cirrus clouds, and oh, look, there's dropout, and that's Virga. And so it's been really interesting to teach there, because in Point of the Mountain, we'll be on hill, but then we go back to the classroom, and then we're inside environment. So it's been really neat to teach weather in an outdoor environment, because as we're doing stuff, it's there and happening, and we're able to go, ooh, you smell that moisture, and all of a sudden everyone's running and gliders are getting wet and all sorts of stuff. So it's been pretty cool to have that live action with the PowerPoints and the whiteboard talk and stuff like that.
You just got like more than half of the audience all excited because you said power. Have you ever flown a paramotor?
I haven't actually. My fiance flies paramotors, but I need to get something that's super lightweight. I have a pretty bad back, so now that we're down here at sea level, that's a little easier to do something that doesn't need as much power and stuff. So it's possible we might be at the Salton Sea flying. We'll see, and I'll take a peek at it, and I'm open to it, but just haven't got there yet.
Nice. I'm sure somebody will have an 80 for you. 80cc motor you can throw on your back and send it. 50x
Nice.
challenge donated to $50 to the super chat. He said, congratulations on 200 episodes, Robert. Man,
50 for 50.
Yeah. Wow. That's super cool, man. Really appreciate that. 50x.
Heck yeah.
I want to know from Millie, because she mentioned her fiance flies paramotors. Does he buzz the tower at Torrey?
No, he hasn't yet, but I don't think we're supposed to. We can't launch him from here anymore.
No.
Something about the city ordinance or something. So if he did, he might get a little, hey, you're not supposed to do that, But
Our group has a tendency to fly by and say hi. So
awesome! We love when you guys do. We had a day a couple of days ago that we're all on the ground. The students don't want to do beach laps, and someone goes, "Look, someone's flying," and I was like, yeah, there has to be a motor, because they didn't launch from here, and where would they be coming from? So then an armada of them came through and made everyone all jealous.
Yeah.
Right.
That's probably Gringo.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Gringo. So you've got a handful of students that you've been working with now that still call you, still reach out to you, even years later. What are you hearing from the students that are like 2 and 3 years in? What's the most common sentiment?
Some of them will call and talk about, when they're ready to go up to a new glider, a new style of flying they're trying to get into. Some of them will contact me saying they're ready to start mini winging, or, they want to start downsizing and learning a little bit more acro or SID style stuff, and or they're coming back to, get their P3s or P4s finished up, and then start the next steps of maybe tandem or instructor, things like that kind of start to come around as they get older in the sport.
Okay. When you have an extra free time, what's your go-to? Are you you go to the mountains? Are you going to, and I'm talking I know that it gets a little weird when you become an instructor. It's like, I don't get to fly anymore. I don't have as much flying anymore. I don't go on flying adventures very often anymore. It's like my job now. Do you have a go-to? Is it speed flying? Do you talk about what your free time wing sports are like?
Yeah, if I like have some time off to like go actually play and stuff. I mean, like for the San Diego area, if it's not flyable at Torrey, like sometimes my days off, like yesterday was epic. Didn't have to teach yesterday. Flew for like almost 4 hours. It was awesome. But you know, if I was choosing the San Diego area to go somewhere, I'd like to go like Saboba, or jump in the car and go up to the sand dunes and just rally around the sand dunes for a few days and come back if we're keeping it local, you know.
Nice.
So yeah, I haven't been in the mountains a lot lately. I've come off a car accident, and so just kind of had some neck issues. And so we're going to start going to the mountains more and start getting in more thermaling again. And we've just been kind of coastal air flying because it's just so easy breezy when you're not 100%, you know, to play in that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can just spiral down and land and do what you need to do. But when you're in the air for like 3-4 hours, it's not necessarily always an option to just spiral down and land.
Yep.
Yeah. We're at the half-hour mark. I'm going to give something away. We're going to spin the wheel, Sean, if you're ready. And we're going to give out one of these shirts. By the way, I want to just say special thanks to Craig Taylor. Craig he's been a part of the show since way back in the day, but I mean, every time I turn around, he's doing something. Whether it was like neck gaiters at one point, he got us connected with these neck gaiters, and we gave those away forever. He's been the one that's been involved in all the background of like these awards. This particular award, the award that we just sent out to,
Santa Croce.
Thank you, Santa. And Santa Croce got nominated for the Freedom of Flight Leadership Award. We do it once a year.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, he got, it's just a super cool thing. So we're sending that over. But Craig has been just nonstop working for the community, for the paramotoring, paragliding community. And since the day we met on the show. And he's hooked it up. So once again, he got these shirts. He's been he won't admit it, but I know it was him. Look at him. Where's your jail cell at? We need your jail cell background. Just thank you, Craig. I just want to say, really, I don't know that I would have kept this show. Yeah, there you go. I don't know that I would have kept this show going as long, 200 episodes, if it wasn't for you and what you bring to the table. So I really appreciate it, man.
Definitely not 200 because of me. I mean, that's all.
No, I know
you.
Yeah, no, I'm serious, man. Thank you so much for what you do. And it's never ending, nonstop. I mean, he's been a Patreon supporter. He supports Resurgence BBG. He's been a moderator on the show for so long. I mean, just insane. A couple people are joining here. I heard some feedback here. Heard a little
yeah. Well, that's a busy doorbell.
There we go.
That's a busy doorbell.
Yeah, the doorbell rang like 3 or 4 times.
I was just sitting here, and all of a sudden I'm
on the show.
Wow, and I even got a T-shirt.
Nice.
How did that happen? That's amazing.
How in the world? David Wolf.
How are you, buddy?
Hey,
Congrats.
Max Marion is in the chat too. What?
200.
I'm gonna send Max an invite too.
Yeah.
Episode.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Billy, you're awesome, man. You are so knowledgeable, lady.
Thank you.
Sorry, David. This is Millie. David.
Hello.
David used to have the #2 show, Our Paramotor Nation.
Actually, I think they were better than us.
I know.
Wrong, man.
They went out on top. They definitely did.
You know, he tried to recruit me from here, right?
And you just didn't answer the phone?
Just loyalty, man, you know?
Money. He said you were getting paid more there.
Harley Milne.
It was David. It was. I mean, David's offer was quite lucrative. So,
and Rip Man. Welcome to the 200th episode. You guys are awesome.
Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Rip. I appreciate you, man.
Check it out.
Yeah, I see that, man. You guys are
buddy.
sneaky, man. Sneaky. Gosh, Craig, I don't know how you have to be on vacation, bro. You have to be. There's no way you can pull this
I got a
kind
lot of time.
Yeah.
he doesn't look like he's freezing.
Oh, there's Todd.
No way. Todd too? Where are you guys at?
We're flying down in Lake Okeechobee.
Where'd he
Oh,
get?
no kidding.
Yeah.
Hi
And
guys, this is so cool.
you must be there with Nick too. Nick's
Yeah, Nick's in his trailer over there.
nice. That's awesome. Let's
What-
spin the
what
wheel,
happened,
Sean. Oh, did we lose him?
Oh, no.
His internet dropped.
Oh no.
He didn't feel like spinning the wheel.
No winners today.
No winners. Sorry, guys. No winners. Actually, Millie, do you have that? Thing we were gonna give to Mom?
I don't have it with me like right here.
Let me show the picture. I'm just gonna show the picture.
But if you have the
I
picture,
want
then that's perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Let me show her the picture.
I totally forgot to grab it and bring it with me in here.
No worries.
What?
There's Max.
Max is in the house.
Nice.
Max.
Who's next?
That's Max Marion.
Hey guys.
Yeah. What up, Max?
Yo.
How can I find this picture? Let me pull this up. Here we go.
No.
All right, Mom. This is a
Oh,
Millie
no,
special.
What?
Let me
You're
see
gonna
if I
make
can
me cry.
share this. This is, oh, darn it. See if you can see this. Do I need to go full screen? Or are you okay? Can you see that?
Oh my gosh.
Here,
Oh
let me
my
do
gosh.
speaker view. So this is what
I love
this is
it.
when I saw this is perfect for you. So we're gonna send you that.
Mhm.
It's a beach. Mom's in Michigan, so it's freezing cold, and that is like
perfect then.
yeah, it is
Thank
like
you.
the perfect
Oh my gosh.
paragliding. And do you see, if you look really close, Mom, you can see that it has
Let's see.
a little paraglider on there.
Oh my
And I
god.
got more
Yeah.
colors. So
That's
let's hook
beautiful.
up and we'll talk colors. And if you want a different beanie color, I got some other colors too. So let's
Oh
chat
my
after.
gosh. I love
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
Hot
You're
Buttered
welcome.
Steve donated $20 to
Oh
the
my
super
gosh.
chat. He said, "Happy 200th episode, Robert." And he said, "I've had a crush on my dental hygienist, so I ate the whole box of Oreos in the waiting area today."
Ooh, that'd be a lot to clean up.
Yep.
I believe it. I believe it. Yeah.
He is
He's
serious
out of
too.
control. He's out of control.
Yeah, he's serious.
But we love him.
He wants
Yeah.
to know when he's officially a sponsor.
Yeah, Hot Butter Steve. This show is sponsored by.
Hey, we got
Hot
Harley
Buttered
Milne in
Steve.
the house.
Yes, Craig Couch is in the house.
Congratulations, Robert.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. By the way, Max, I have a shirt for you, and also Craig Couch, I have a shirt for you. Episode
Oh,
200
nice.
shirt. Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah. I'll. You're a large, Max.
Yes.
And Craig,
2X.
2X. Awesome. I got both of those.
I got 2X. He sent it to the wrong.
Yeah.
You got a 2X?
I think so.
You're not a 2X guy?
A medium. But thanks, Craig.
Yeah.
That was on
Maybe
purpose.
Pulled it off.
Kyle O got your large.
Maggie.
That was on purpose. Wait, someone else is ringing the doorbell on the 200th episode. What?
Neil.
Neil, what?
What?
What's up, y'all?
Oh my gosh. Neil,
Oh
what's
my
up,
Hey,
man?
I feel so.
All right.
So Craig Taylor hand delivered me a sweet red 200 episodes T-shirt, and I left it in the shop. I was gonna
Oh,
wear it tonight. So I'm sorry, Craig. My bad,
Nice.
dude. That was
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, dude. Craig and Gringo were all over it.
Oh,
you got to choose your color too? Oh my gosh.
I actually didn't, but I
Oh.
I was
Very
totally
good.
cool with red.
Sean is.
All right. So, all right. So Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was I lost my connection there for a minute.
Blowing up.
Yeah, we broke the internet at 200. Okay, so I've got everybody's name in there in the wheel. Okay, no, no BS because it's for real. So here we go. So are we going to spin, right?
Yeah, spin to win.
Okay,
spin it to win it.
And they're getting a shirt, correct?
Yep, that's right. They're getting one of these shirts.
Oh, well, they can't see it.
200 Paragliding Talk. Yeah, I know.
Ready?
Hey, can you please go out there and shut that door?
There we go. It's spinning.
All right.
We got 63 entries.
Yes. By the way, the spin of this wheel is brought to you by Calamity Kite Clinic. If you want to learn how to kite better, join the crew. CalamityKiteClinic.com is the website. Also, the show is brought to you by iFly Indiana Powered Paragliding. If you want to paramotor, learn how to paramotor, you can get proper training at iflyindiana.com. Kevin and his team will get your feet off the ground. Also, the show is brought to you by Lone Star Paramotor. If you're in the Lone Star state of Texas, reach out to Ron Tran and his team for world-class training. That is LoneStarParamotor.com. Oh, that thing is moving.
I know. I greased it really good.
Yeah, it might be Matthew Pesci.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's going to be really close, right on the line.
I know.
Right on the line.
Oh.
Still moving.
Oh,
Mad Sloper, winner, chicken dinner.
Congratulations, Mad Sloper. You are a winner.
Mad Sloper, congratulations. You are the winner of the spinny wheel of winny things. Congratulations. Reach out to me on the website, paraglidingtalk.com. And if you are if you just tell me what size shirt you wear. I've got just a handful of shirts here that I'm going to send out. Craig Taylor. It was like Christmas today, man. It's like, what the heck? This is crazy.
You feel loved.
Yeah, love, man. Yeah. Seriously. Well, I thought like the last episode, because it was my birthday and it was like all these people saying happy birthday and sending me text messages and emails. They made a video, all that. And I was like, man, that's super cool. But 200, you guys are nuts, man. Out of control. Really out of control. So back to Millie. If you guys don't know, Millie is she's an instructor. You know, if you guys are just logging in or whatever, but she's an instructor at Torrey Pines, just right down the street. So how we met is I was just messing around with my glider. It was on a kind of a windy day, and actually I was messing around with Max's little mini wing, and that day was out of control. Well, she was out there, and I heard someone yell, Millie. And then I looked over and I was like, wait a second. That's Millie that Steve Mayer was talking about. And yeah, so anyways, that I was like, hey, are you the Millie? And so anyways, super
I'm
cool.
like, are you paraglidingtalk.com guy?
Yes, you did know. I forgot about that. Yes. Yes. So
You're
did
like,
you
yes, that's me.
You watched the show before you came on the show?
Oh yeah.
See, it usually works the opposite. Like nobody knows. And then I talk to them. They're like, oh, that's cool. I'll watch it just to make sure I'm not being a part of something too crazy. And then
yeah, like Steve Mayer on. So I had to watch that. Then you had Andrew Fuller on. I had to watch him and Robbie. And you got a lot of good people on. You got to keep watching.
Yeah. That's how we reel them in. We get the really good ones on there. Then you have to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it was super cool. Yeah, that birthday video was awesome. My wife just said that. That was super cool. I really appreciate everybody who did that. I don't know if I expressed how grateful I was. Really, seriously, man. Like, I don't know. Just appreciate you guys. So there was if you guys have questions for Millie tonight, you're welcome to put them in the chat, and I'm going to forward those questions on. So this is your show. And also since we have Max on here, this is a chance to ask, you can ask pretty heavy questions if you want. You know what I mean? So Max is here. Right, Max?
Thanks, Robert. Yeah.
The really complicated ones,
Hey, by the way, that mini wing of mine that you're flying on New Year's Eve was a 9-meter. In case anybody was wondering, Robert actually soared on a 9.
That's how windy it was.
That is how windy it was, and it was impressive, very impressive.
Yeah, that wing is not for the faint of heart either. I was literally questioning my life's decisions when I grabbed that thing out, and it was just going. Probably, I don't think Max knew that I was actually just going to send it. So I apologize, Max, if I gave you a heart attack.
No, I didn't. And actually, that flight came up today. You know, we had a little talk with by Dave Metzger.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dave sent it on there too.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, man. I was impressed. You know, I was flying a tandem and turned around and said, "Oh, Robert's actually flying it." Yeah.
He's flying that.
He's flying it. And then my next thought was, well, he's stable. Okay, he's got it.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah. You know, it's all in that first. That first step is if you're stable.
Oh, Rick.
You got it.
Yeah, you're good. Gorilla, what? Gorilla's in the house too? Oh my gosh, I can't hear you because you're muted. Tell Rip to get his act together over there.
Unmute.
Yeah. How's that?
There you go. There you go.
Happy birthday, Robert.
Hey,
Nick
thanks,
Braun
brother.
Said hello. Nick
You know
Braun
this
said
guy
hello,
here?
Millie.
It's fly. I flow with him. We did it.
Yeah, Gorilla
JT said
team.
hello.
Yeah.
Who said hello?
JT.
Wardle.
JT.
Oh,
Ward.
JT. Yes. Right on. Gorilla, did you come straight from work or are you on flying vacation?
Dude, I'm here all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to know because I worked all day today fixing air conditioners.
Oh, I don't do that anymore.
What?
Hold on.
No,
So
man.
Here's what I do.
You can't speak this
teach people to
blasphemy.
fly now.
No.
Oh yeah, man.
My air conditioner's not working.
Throw all my tools out.
HVAC.
You throwing your tools out. Nice. Grill, I want to have you on the show soon, man.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Happy anniversary, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank
Very
you.
cool.
200, man. You've been a part of a lot of them.
Right.
Right
Love
on.
you guys.
Right on,
Rick's
man.
going to sleep. He started early, he's finishing early.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Ripa, he's full time now, right?
Yep, full-time instructing. Yep.
Yeah, I saw his little video on Polini.
Yeah, it's his second motor.
Yeah.
Millie, I have to apologize because you're not really getting a fair show. This is 200 episodes. You're gonna have to come on again.
A full show.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come on another episode. Max has been on the show like 4 times now, 5.
Yeah,
more.
it's been like 4 or 5. Hey,
Yeah.
I wanna tell you guys this. Yesterday it was good at Torrey, and Millie was flying her new Morpheus.
I saw that.
Right, she just got the Morpheus 19. It's like an Acrolink. She was doing the best toe drags, like the cleanest style toe drags through the landing zone that I have ever seen. And
Really?
today, one of the students, Forrest, our student, was calling a toe drag a pixie.
He coined that, huh?
Oh,
I was
Forrest.
so like, whoa, okay. So Millie's style is really clean, really beautiful, and she is an amazing pilot. I was showing the students after they brought this up, John Baptiste's videos.
Yes.
Try to tell them like, yeah, this is, like, look, check this guy out. And then I was watching him do toe drags and thinking, Millie's look better.
Dang.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Nice. Now I have to rethink my toe drag game.
It has to be called Pixie all the time.
It has to be called a pixie.
Absolutely.
Is that a package?
It is another package.
Is that from Home Depot?
Yes.
Good. Okay. About time they sent that to me.
Yeah, dang Home Depot, get on it.
Dang Home Depot. They lied to me. They said it was going to be here like 2 days ago. And I even asked, Sean works for Amazon. I even asked him to look to see if the package was there.
Doesn't
Sean didn't
work
want to
that
look.
way.
Yeah, he didn't want to
No,
get. He didn't even
it's
look.
not even. It's not even that. It just doesn't work that way. I'm
He
sorry.
doesn't even care. I'd ask for his manager.
You know, he's probably watching right now.
David, what are you doing over there?
Me?
Yeah.
You know, I was just thinking because I talked to Craig and I talked to Anthony earlier today, and they reached out to me and they said, you know, would you mind just saying some nice words about Robert and his 200th episode and the anniversary? Because really, and maybe even doing a little toast. Robert, I don't know if you realize this. You know, for those of you that know me, Millie, you don't know me, but I started a little show called Our Paramotor Nation. Ran for 2.5 years. It's on reruns now. But Robert, you were
On
really,
reruns.
yeah, it is. I mean, but the show never would have happened without you, Robert. Truly. Because everybody kept saying, God, I hope there's something better on the internet to watch than this crap. So hey, look,
that's funny.
with the exception of Ryan Roberts, I'm the biggest a-hole under Canopy, just so you all know. But you know, 200
Where's Ryan Roberts? We need him on.
200 episodes, 4 years. That you are the epitome of consistency, and we all appreciate that. Every Thursday night, you are consistent. You're so consistent that we know that the first Thursday of every month, we're going to have Max Mirian. The second Thursday, Kyle O'Grady. The third Thursday every month, Anthony Vella. And then the fourth, well, you really don't know who the guest is going to be until about an hour before the show starts.
That's right.
That's why we started getting used to the open topic concept every once in a while.
Yeah, I can only take 3 rejections.
No, listen, you've done a terrific job. You have become a master of the super chat, a master of this. I mean, even Sean was promoting that tonight. And you know, if you think about it, I don't know anybody else that could do a super chat and get his own paramotor. So
yeah. That's hustling right there,
and never
baby.
fly it. And never fly it.
Think about that. Here's the bad news. A third of that money came from your wife, Erin. A third of that
That's
money
true.
came from your mom, Linda. And then the third of it was the rest from us. So there's that. But
Episode 200, the roast.
yes. Now we're not done because I know you know a lot about the guys that help you out, the people that have the blue wrenches, people like Craig Couch, people like John Ripa.
Yes.
You know, come to think of it, there's so many blue wrenches. It's probably just as easy to get a blue wrench as to get a Flight Junkies number around here. But,
wow. That was well played. Well played.
You've got like the people that sit beside you, Sean Nasker, who has been there since the beginning, spinning the wheel, working so hard, typing in everybody's names. Anthony Peregrino, he does an amazing job moderating the chat. So kudos to Anthony. Craig Taylor, who just, well, you kind of have to wake him up halfway through the show just to remind him to talk about 401c3. And then you've got Nick Krazakis, who, well, shit, I don't know what Nick does. You're going to have to explain that one to us later. But there's Nick.
Look, he's not even there.
He's not even here to get a roast.
All seriousness, Robert, and all joking aside, no one realizes more than I do how much time it takes to get the internet right, get whatever we're using, whether it's Zoom or that other one that we used to have. It's an incredible sacrifice. And it's not just your sacrifice, it's Aaron's sacrifice, it's your kid's sacrifice. And we all appreciate that so very much, what you've done. So I'd like to ask everybody, if you've got a drink, raise it. I want you to toast with me to Robert Michaels, his 200th episode of Paragliding Talk. May you continue to have strong educational shows with entertaining guests, and may you continue to have the best 1970s porn mustache on the internet.
Knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
David Wolf, nice job, man.
Good work, Robert.
I had a feeling.
Who asked what I was doing here?
I had a feeling that you had a script ready.
No, and
it
since
was
we're
off to
getting
the
all
right.
warm, since we're getting all warm and fuzzy here, you know,
You're going to mention Josh Bowden, aren't you?
absolutely. Well, you know, as a matter of fact, he was there. But one of my best memories was meeting Robert at the Salton Sea, and you know, it was basically I was in the air.
He was harassing me while I was on the ground.
I was making myself dizzy. All right.
Yeah.
And I was waiting to witness a launch with the new paramotor. And at that moment, it occurred to me that I was learning patience All right. And I was learning about the 3-strike rule from you, because
Yeah.
after the 3rd strike, you're like, nah, I'm good, you know. But I made myself so dizzy that I could have barfed a burrito.
Oh,
And
wow.
how else would I have known how to have done that? You know, not only that it could be done,
Wow.
but the fact of it doesn't matter how fast you're going or if the wind's blowing or not, it still comes out and goes down. That's amazing.
So if you don't know, Millie, I took a tandem one time with this acro
Okay.
pilot, and we did infinite tumble, and I got sick. And it wasn't even a tumble.
beautiful.
It was a sat that got me sick. It was the sat. It was
And it was
spinning
on
back.
camera.
Too much
And it
I
wasn't
recorded
so
vitamin
much
G.
that, it was
Yes.
afterwards. It was, everything was calm. And the next
Overdose
thing you
on
know,
vitamin
Robert's
G.
going,
Hit you a little after the vitamin G's done.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Don't take vitamin G on a full stomach.
But
Yeah,
that's
don't
not, you know,
no
that's
steak dinner with wine before a tandem.
That's right.
No,
Don't and
no,
no.
by no means is this like the most predominant thing that I learned from Robert. You know, I've learned a lot of valuable information. As a matter of fact, wait for the lift band when you're going to take off. You know, wait for it. It'll come. You know, keep your knees bent. If you're on the ground, keep your knees bent. Don't be straightening your legs out and peg legging it, because you're going to get dragged. You're going to get plucked and it's going to hurt. You know, don't purchase your gear before you're training. You know, talk to your instructor. You know, these are all valuable lessons that a lot of people have learned from watching Robert over the years doing the show. And you know, these great folks that have been watching, that are in the chat, donating to the super chat, and all of us, man, we've all learned from all the guests that you've had on this show for the last 200 episodes, man. You know, you've had all kinds of folks, and they're all skilled in their own ways. They all have their flight style or characteristic, something that makes them unique or special. And the way you word questions gleans a lot of information, which is awesome, man. You know, you've done a great job.
Thanks, Sean. I appreciate that. So, Millie, when you let's talk a little bit about the adventure side, because you're obviously super adventurous. Somebody mentioned Josiah Lasser mentioned the castle in the background. Talk a little bit about your adventures.
Yeah, so that castle is North Schwanstein Castle, and my mom lived in Germany when she was really little, and so this kind of castle has been in my grandma's home for a big picture of it. And then I found out you can fly it. I'm like, what? So
No
my mom
kidding.
and me are going to Europe in June. I'm taking a super lightweight hike and fly setup to try to sneak a couple flights in before like the tour bus gets going, because she's a little more toursy style. But we're stopping by Lauterbrunnen and a bunch of stuff in North Schwanstein. So I don't know if I'll get to fly North Schwanstein this round, but it's definitely on my list to get done in the next couple of years for sure.
Nice. So you've already done the research, and there's a place to launch from, and you can store that.
Oh yeah, it's
Wow.
it's more thermally flying, I guess. You kind of launch off and you kind of have to glide out over to it, and you can do like a circle and stuff around the castle for when I see, and then you land below it, and then you can go hang out in the castle. And it'd be pretty cool if you can like stay in the castle. I got to get some details on that and throw down some money and live it up like a Bavarian queen or something.
Yeah. That's Airbnb, castle Airbnb.
Yep. Maybe I got a coupon for it or something.
Yeah. That'd be cool, man. And
Yeah.
where exactly in Europe is that?
So that's in Germany.
Oh, Germany.
Yeah.
Man, that is
But
super
I've heard
cool.
springtime is one of the best times to go down out there. So to go, if you guys are looking to go, I guess springtime is the best time. That's what I've heard. But if anyone has any different data on it, let me know, because I want to go and it's good.
That is rad. I just got a message from Andrew Fuller. I'm gonna send him an
Oh,
invite real quick.
Andrew.
Let's see if I can send this. Just trying to be nonchalant, but it's kind of hard.
Doing good.
As you can tell, Robert gets really uncomfortable when people kiss his butt.
Yeah.
Andrew got one.
Oh, he did. Thank you. Thank you, kind sir.
There were still a couple more questions too.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, Millie. Let me see here. Mad Sloper. Question for Millie. What's the most common reason for glider collapses I see by pilots taking off at Torrey? Question mark. I watch the live feed whenever there's action at the slope.
So I'm guessing he's probably asking when people like during their launch portion, somewhere in there they're taking a collapse is what I'm taking from that. And I would say probably the biggest reason there at Torrey is it's not a full true cliff, but it has a lot of cliff characteristics to it. So we end up with a little bit of a down rotor. So if you're not committed to that run, then you start getting a push. And people get really complacent here at Torrey to be all hands-off-y and no brake pressure and active piloting. And so I see a lot of people kind of get off launch and let hands go and get in harnesses and do all sorts of things other than like fly the glider. So that'd be, maybe if I figured that would be more, there's just people not being active off of launch or not committing to that final run at that little spot that cliff rotor kicks in or something.
That's that's a critical right off a launch critical time. That's like the most dangerous part of the flight next to landing. You're going to want to be flying the glider for sure.
Would you say that's a complacency thing where people are just getting complacent? They're, it's just another time,
Yeah. And Torrey, we just have such thick coastal butter air here. You can get away with stuff that even 20 minutes inland is going to bite you really hard. So, I really hold a high standard for my students, for myself, and, other people hear me every so often pipe in a little advice of, hey, get a little complacent there. Remember, this is, keep it back, build the skills, build the muscle memory here, and because you can really easily get lazy here and take that laziness elsewhere.
Yeah. You wouldn't do it in the mountains, and you shouldn't do it at the coast because that cliff's edge is not very forgiving.
No, especially if we get some cross, especially some south cross in that, and it just starts coming over all funky in different spots. And if you just don't know, you can put yourself in a pretty bad spot on that cliff edge. Just as it goes more and more south, it just gets a little weirder.
Yeah. Josiah Lasser, he said, Millie
Josiah.
and the Illy. Josiah? Okay, Millie and the Illy are the most genuine radical flyers I ever met. She helped my brother and I get my P2. Much love, Millie. Super cool.
Hi, Josiah.
Yeah, that's cool.
We were actually just talking about him the other day because we used our tow winch with them one of our last times, and we just brought our tow winch back out to California. We're like, who did we go towing with last time? And it was Josiah and his brother and one other student. So,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So Andrew Fuller has just joined us. Welcome.
I think that's Tom Kubat.
Tom Kubat? Not sure. It's one of the two.
It's not Tom. He was flying in the plane.
Yeah.
He gave up all the paramotor stuff.
Yeah, you don't see any.
I got a question for Millie.
Yeah, bring it.
She switched over to the Morpheus, huh?
Yep.
What made her choose that specific wing? I know Billy was really into her and Billy were really into like the freestyle too. And that was a real good wing. And I was actually trying to add a super chat wondering what glider she was on. And apparently she just mentioned it as I was typing it that she went to the Morpheus too. And I was just wondering, I love that glider too, but how did she land on that glider?
Yeah, so that one was a little bit of Billy. So obviously gradient going under was heartbreaking. I still think I shed some tears and I'm always still looking for freestyle 320 meters out there. So if anybody knows of them, send them my way. But at a certain point we started realizing we had to start searching for something different. And so Billy was doing all the SIVs with Max this season, so he got to see a lot of the glider's tow, and he really liked the way the Morpheus was towing. And then I ended up having to do a repair on one of the Morpheuses. It ended up getting like a pressure knot in a stall, and it broke a couple of brake cascades. And so when we finished repairing it, she said, "Go fly it." And so I didn't get to fly it, but Billy got to fly it that day. It was a little too strong for me being not very heavy, and he just fell in love with it. And me watching him fly it, I was like, okay, yeah, that thing looks fun. And so I just got my first flight on it yesterday. Finally just got it out and I really liked it. I feel it's very similar to the Freestyle 320 meters, the 19 meter size Morpheus. I didn't feel like I had to do much on brakes yet, so I didn't really get crazy on the brakes. But man, those weight shifts got me into some pretty good wing overs pretty quick. I was like, woohoo! It's been a minute since I've had something with that much dynamics. So I'm really excited to get up to play on it. I still have my X styles that I plan to do my full stalls and some basic stuff on, but then I'd be working my way back up to that Morpheus. My Freestyle 3 is just too ragged out to go do anything on anymore. So unfortunately, it's just a little more Ridge Story Dune glider now. So
nice.
What's your preference for XC gliders?
XC, I've got the Great Nevada. It's old. Because at Point of the Mountain, I just fly heavier. And so being out here at Torrey, I put a lot more time on my full size. And it's starting to get pretty ragged out. And so I'm looking around a little bit. I actually, Dale Covington sent out some base 2s out here, and I got to try the base 2. I've just got to kind of figure out what harness situation I'm going to be in first so I can really get my clip-in weight dialed in, because I don't want to have to carry a bunch of ballast. So I want to find a decent range for XC without having to ballast up too much. So harness has got to be my next thing, and then wing's going to follow.
Nice. Hot Butter Steve donated $20 to the super chat. He said, this message is brought to you by Nebraska Paramotor. Nebraska Paramotor, because no great story has ever started with someone eating a salad. Really good comment there. I do want to mention a couple other sponsors. Torrey Pines Glider Port is a sponsor of the show. If you want to learn how to free fly in the most beautiful place in the United States, you can reach out to Max Marion or any one of the guys at flytorrey.com, including Millie. The website is flytorrey.com. That's FLYTORREY.com. Also, this show is brought to you by Resurgence PPG. If you're interested in supporting our men and women of uniform, you can make a tax-deductible donation to resurgencepppg.com. And by donating, you're sponsoring those who have put their lives on the line for your freedom. Reach out to Todd Scandrett at resurgencepppg.com. Tell him Craig Taylor sent you.
Craig just got fired.
And check your notems. Right, Craig?
Yeah.
Craig's not allowed to talk. He's in his jail cell right now.
The FAA NOTAMs are now notice to air missions. They've changed it.
Really?
It's no longer notice to airmen. It's notice to air missions.
Has it always been
notice to
technically NOTAM, and the M at the end of the acronym was for men?
Airmen.
Airmen. But airmen is one word. So they go airmen missions.
The FAA also stands for forever adding acronyms.
Yeah.
Next, it'll be an alphabet at the end of it, like X, L, M, B, L, C, W.
Well played. Guys, I have to cut it short. We're going to go to the after show. We're still going to have the show, and pretty much everybody who's anybody is already here. All you guys that are watching, if you want to jump on the after show on the 200th episode, you do, just message us right there in the chat with your email, and it should blur it out, and then we'll send you an invite. You can come, or one of these guys is going to send it to you right now. So we're going to go to the after show. Thank you guys so much. Absolutely incredible. So glad to be on episode 200 with all of you guys. You're amazing people. Thank you for your well wishes. Millie, sorry that you kind of got like a 25% show. We're going to do another one for sure. And thank you so much. I had no idea what these guys were up to. I literally did not smell anything in the air, and they pulled this off incredibly well. So
we actually gave her a heads up, so she wasn't totally blindsided.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in on it too. Well, then my apologies. Only
on it too.
You guys
It's all right, Robert. Keep feeling guilty. It's okay, Robert. It's okay. We've got 201 coming up.
Yeah,
I'm over here acting like I'm doing
easy.
What's that?
Said so far you've got off easy.
Yeah, you guys have a bunch of scripts written for the roasting. I was literally just about to hit mute.
Just know just know that we can handle the show without you. So
Yeah. That's important. It's very important.
Oh, there you go. Thank you,
All right.
chatters.
Thank you guys. We're going to go to the after show. Again, really appreciate you. Thank you, Paramom. Appreciate all you guys, everybody in the moderation, everybody that has been a part of the show. We're going to go to the after show. Thank you guys so much. Final